Hello, my name is Mark Asmus and I am with Plumbline Solutions. In this video, I will cover how to install the 2013 year-end updates for Microsoft Dynamics SL. I will walk through a beginning-to-end installation of the updates, following the steps in the year-end update installation guide. The year-end updates for Microsoft Dynamics SL are available for download on Customer Source and Partner Source. Look for them under the Service Packs section, or you can simply search for them in the search box. The 2013 year-end updates include the 2012 year-end updates, so you don't have to apply those if you haven't already. They also include the 941 updates that were released in March of 2013. They're available for all versions of 2011, including Service Pack 1, Service Pack 2, and Feature Pack. The instructions to install the year-end updates are included in a PDF document that's included in the download. This video demonstration will follow the same order as that PDF document, in case you want to follow along. Here I am logged into Microsoft Dynamics SL. The first step is to verify exactly which version you're using. So in the top right, under the Help icon, select About Microsoft Dynamics SL. The window that appears in the top right will show you the exact version. Mine happens to show 8.10.30917. The important piece of that is the first three digits, 8.10. The 8.10 shows me that I am on Feature Pack 1. So here's an example of what you might see on the different versions. 8.00 is 2011, 8.01 is Service Pack 1, 8.10 is Feature Pack 1, and 8.12 is Service Pack 2. So once we know the version, you'll want to download the year-end updates if you haven't already and unzip them, which I've already done. I have the icon on my desktop. I've unzipped them to my desktop. You'll also want to make a backup of the system and application databases, and you'll want to have everyone logged out of Microsoft Dynamics SL. To start the installation, we'll open up the extracted files. We'll go into the folder that corresponds to the version that we just verified. So I will go into the SL 2011 FP1 folder. And then we'll go ahead and run the install application. So it's the file that looks like an application, ends in .exe. We'll go ahead and run that. Click Next, Accept, click Next. That path looks correct. I'll click Next. Okay, so most of this install is clicking Next a bunch of times, but when you get to this page, you'll want to stop and double check to make sure your modules are listed in this box. If the modules are not listed here, if this is empty, the install is not going to do anything. The most common reason for this to be empty is if you're not installing this on the server. You have to install this on the server and not from a workstation. Mine shows Payroll and Accounts Payable because I'm using both of those modules. If you're not using Payroll, Payroll might not be listed, and that's okay. Click Next. This process will then begin to copy the applications and reports into the AP and Payroll folders. Once this is done, the next step is going to be to run some SQL scripts. I'll click Finish. Now we want to launch SQL Server Management Studio. I'll log in as an administrative user. And now I'll select File, Open, and browse out to the directory where I extracted the year-end updates. If you're on any version other than Service Pack 2, the first file you're going to select is SL 2011_tables. So we're going to run this table script. And we run this against each of our application databases. I'll run it against my demo app 10, and we'll also run it against demo app 60. Alright, so that's complete. Again, if you're on Service Pack 2, you can skip the _table script, but everyone will need to run the next two scripts. So I'll open the next one, which is the _views script. And again, this is run against all of your application databases. Run it against the other one. Finally, I'll open the last script, which is procs, open that, and again run against each application database. And my other database. And that's complete. So now we're done in SQL, so I can close this out. The next step involves logging into Microsoft Dynamics SL. If you're on Service Pack 2, you get to skip this step as well, but everyone else will need to open the Database Update screen under Administration. Once in Database Maintenance, in the middle pane, we want to browse out to wherever the year-end update files were extracted. Select the folder corresponds to your version, and on the right pane, select the files that are listed here. If you're on 2011 Plain, you'll have 2 files listed here. Everyone else will only have 1 file, and that's okay. And then on the left pane, select your databases and click Begin. Alright, once that's complete, say OK. And that's enough in Database Update. Next step, if you're following along in the PDF, is step 8. We're going to verify some things in the Payroll module. So certainly if you're not using the Payroll module, you get to skip this part. I'm going to head to the Payroll module and open Deduction Maintenance. In Deduction Maintenance, we want to check to see if you have a deduction for the additional Medicare tax withholding. This additional Medicare tax withholding applies to employees making over $200,000 per year. If you use our standard deduction IDs that we ship with the tax table updates, this would be Fed 9. So if you're used to using these standard deductions and you don't have Fed 9, you'll want to download the latest tax table updates that are available out on Customer Source and Partner Source. We want to verify under the W2 Control tab that box number 6 is selected. Once that's verified, go ahead and click Save, and we can close out of the screen. So that should take care of payroll. Now we're almost done. Now we'll want to head over to the Accounts Payable module and verify a few things. We need to go into Initialize mode, and then open Vendor Maintenance. Go and select your first 1099 vendor, and on the 1099 Info tab, you want to verify a few things. First thing is you'll see 2 new boxes, box 11 and box 12, for foreign taxes paid and the foreign country that they were paid to. Since these boxes were just added with these year-end updates, if you have amounts that you need to report in those boxes, you'll likely need to initialize those amounts in. Since we're in initialize mode, we can enter those values and type in the country. The other thing you'll want to verify, if you haven't already verified this last year, is that you have an @ symbol in front of the correct 1099 name. This is step 10 in the year-end update PDF, so there's more information about exactly what we mean by that in that document. You can read the examples that are provided in that PDF. You can also review IRS Publication 1220 to get a few more details on exactly why we're having to do this. Once that's all set, you can go ahead and hit Save and then repeat for any of your other 1099 vendors. Finally, the last step is to copy over the font file. So you'll want to do this on the workstation or workstations that will be printing 1099s and or W2 forms. So in the year-end update folder, there's a OCRA EXT font file. Easiest way to install this is go ahead and open that up in Windows Explorer, then open another Windows Explorer window and browse out to your C Windows Fonts folder. Once you have these 2 windows open, you simply drag and drop the file over. So I'm going to drag the OCRA over into my fonts folder. It'll say installing, and that's it. And then just repeat that for any other workstation that might be printing 1099s or W2s. If you already have the font installed, it'll just prompt you saying, hey, it's already installed. No harm. And this concludes the overview on installing the year-end updates for Microsoft Dynamics SL. Thank you.